Well, what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's see. We're going to talk about something about baseball. Let's see. Okay, so, how many people we got in here? We got like 4 people. It's more than 0, so that's good. Go ahead, throw questions out. Hey guys, AG Trick Shots. I think that's Adam. How you guys doing? Dingers only. That's a good name. It's a good name. Dingers are a good thing. Grace and Jordan, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Where'd I get Jesus? Honestly, I don't even know where I got that. Favorite color? Probably like blue or red. These are like 2nd grade questions, guys. Come on, let's go. I live in Illinois. I live in Chicago. So whoever asked that, that's where I live. Huh. What else? Hey, sorry, I'm back. Adam is back on a different account. Out of the way, I like that. Oh, let's see here. All right. How many of you guys went and actually already saw this video? I want to know. Who already saw the Titan Athletics video. Video turned out real nice, actually. Really clean video. It was a fun one to make. Dream glove. Oh, that's actually a tough question. Dream glove, in the end, is definitely going to be Horween. I think Horween's just the best leather out there. But, man, that's tough to say. Man. I'm going to have to keep thinking about that one. Favorite MLB team, it's just going to have to be the Cardinals. Nick Piglet, thank you for watching the video. Out of the way. Down in Texas. I don't know if I'm willing to go all the way to Texas for a tournament, but who knows? Maybe one day. If I were to start my own glove line. So Crazy Kane says, what would I name a glove and what leather would I use? I mean, honestly, I'd probably go ahead and use Kip leather. I'm a huge fan of Kip leather, and it's like the easiest to get good quality for like a good price. I think that's definitely true. Steer hide can be good, but it seems like there seems to be a lot more low quality, just bad quality steer hide leather out in the world versus Kip leather. It seems to be easier just to produce, easier to make at a higher quality. So I'd go Kip leather, and I don't know, maybe I'd just use my last name. Tough to say. I've thought about that before though. I'd love to start like a little bit of a glove line. Maybe we will. Maybe I'm already doing it. I don't know. Maybe. Baseball team, bat model, brand. Baseball bats. I mean, okay, so I saw somebody ask me like, what's my favorite baseball bat? I'd probably in the end have to go with just Axe bats, actually. In high school, my senior year, I ended up falling in love with the Axe bat. And I still do really like it. Now I play a lot of slow pitch softball. I honestly don't like it for softball. It's a lot different, but for baseball, yeah, I think I go Axe bat. And I really, really, really want to get a wood piece, with that Axe style handle. Whether it's Axe bat or I know a couple other guys are doing it too now out there, so I would love to get that at one point. Yeah, the RV23, that's pretty much actually what I based it off of. So who said that? Let's see. Dingers only. That was a good comment. So Dingers only mentioned that I got my glove here, hinge cross, and 12 1/4, and he said that's like the RV23. Now that is 100% correct. Now I got that. That's what I based this glove off of back in the day, but it's 11 inches, so it's like tiny. And so that's what I did with this. And I agree, it is pretty much the same model, but the RV23 is like way bigger and like bulkier, deeper. This glove plays a lot more like, I don't know, casual. It's not as extreme when it comes to how deep, and kind of an odd glove. The RV23 kind of sticks out. This glove is pretty much like any other glove, just slap a hinge crossweb on it. Dude, new Nakona Customs. So Young Dub says get a new Nakona Custom. Those are so expensive. It is insane. I like what they're doing because everything's here in the US. I love that. I appreciate that. But boy, that costs a lot. I don't know if I want to pay for that. If they hit me up and want to send me a glove, I mean, sure, go for it. I'll totally take a Nakona. I've heard good things. That's true. Dingers only mentioned that it is Horween, which that helps a lot. Crazy Kane, do you take my ring off when I play? That's actually a good question, and I do usually. The ring, mine specifically, is really heavy, and I do take it off. My voice just died. I do take it off though, because I can kind of feel it when I swing. Dirtbike Nation 25 says, hey Chris, which is better, Nakona or 44? Good question. I mean, really in the end, I don't think you can just like say one or the other. It's all about just like opinion. Nakona has made big upgrades though. That's what I'll say. They've come a long way. I used to not be a fan of them at all, but they're changing things up and they're making some better gloves. So. Okay, John Reinhowell says, how do I break the fingers in on my glove? Because mine are really stiff. That's a good question. Now, you might be talking specifically thumb and pinky, I'm not sure, but if it's just the fingers, like the other three, honestly, one of the best things you can do is just go crazy with a mallet. It seems dumb, but if you just go off on it and hit 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 it and take like 20 minutes of just like going at it, it's going to make a huge difference. It's leather. It's just going to respond to just getting a beating, basically. So just go off on the thing. And if you don't have a mallet, go ahead, grab just like a softball if you can, because you can just grab that with your hand and just go at it. I like to do it in the grass. Sometimes it's nice to put a blanket down on the ground and then go to the grass, because that way you're not getting like grass stains on your glove and whatnot. Favorite baseball team? Cardinals. All right, Dylan. So the hot water treatment for 44s is something that you could totally do. It is totally a possibility. Up to you, really. It mainly depends on where you have colored laces or maybe colored welting or binding. Like if you have blue or red, those can pretty easily kind of run off into the leather when you do the hot water treatment. Now, if it's just natural colors, you're probably gonna be perfectly fine to do a hot water treatment. It's not ruining the actual leather. I pretty much do it with all of my gloves, so. I did hot water the Titan Athletics glove, yes. Suede on 44, I liked it. I was surprised, but I actually really liked it. Yeah, I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, but it's honestly like, I think it might be kind of slightly heavy, but it's stiff. It's not like it's loose or anything. It just feels like suede. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Huh. Do I recommend the kit palm liner on 44? So if you don't know what the kit palm liner is, it's basically just putting, like right here, this is not the kit palm liner. This is just a basic liner. When you put the kit palm liner, you can choose what color it is. You can choose red, purple, pink, anything. And if you are really thinking like, wow, this glove will look sick if I put a purple palm liner in there, then go ahead and do it. But if you're like not really caring, like if you're gonna choose black, then I would say it's not worth it. I would say this palm liner is actually nicer than the kit palm liner. The kit palm liner is just hard, stiff. It's the same leather as everywhere else. I think it's honestly nicer just to have the normal one. It's just a little bit softer, a little more comfortable on the hand. But yeah, the Titan Athletics glove is very similar to my 44s. Honestly, you guys, there's a decent chance they're made in the same exact place. Meaning they're pretty much the same exact glove, just different logos. I'm not really sure. Can't really say in the end, unless I found out kind of from an inside man. Add away, Jack said I made him want to get a 44, and then he did get a 44. Add away. I mean, you guys, their gloves are just so cheap. It's insane. What colors did I put on the Titan? It is tan, everything. And then you got white welting here. The one interesting thing, they didn't have like a tan option for laces. These laces here are called natural, which are basically their version of tan, but they're like a little bit more of a yellowy, just barely yellowy, a lighter color tan. And I mean, I think it looks good. It definitely like doesn't look bad at all. This looks good. What glove did I use in high school? I like that question. Hang on, let me actually grab that. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, I like this question a lot. So somebody said, what glove did I use in high school? So freshman year playing like shortstop, I think freshman and sophomore year playing some shortstop. Not so much sophomore year. I was using this. This is a Louisville Slugger Icon series. I actually made a whole video on it. It was a while ago, so it's not great quality, but go ahead, check it out if you want. Then I ended up getting this, and so when I did play middle infield, which started to slow down, because there was honestly just guys who were better at me in middle infield, this was what I was using. And this is like a JJ Hardy model. Absolutely love this glove. The Pro 200 model is just beautiful. And then playing third, I was using a Pro 1000 HC, and I absolutely loved this thing. This thing's great. This is probably one of my nicest gloves. When it like just build, this is easily the nicest glove I own. This would last the longest, built the most high quality. This thing's amazing. It's a Don Morton Pro 1000 HC, and it's 12 inches. Yep, 12 inches. And so yeah, that's what I was using. I loved that thing. I actually had an A2K Dat Dude. It was like an alternate model. I got that off, I think, like Baseball Express back in the day, and I used that a little bit my junior year. What is my favorite body armor flavor? That is a good question. And for those of you who don't know, body armor is freaking amazing. But my favorite flavor, probably either fruit punch, orange mango, or no, between those two, orange mango and fruit punch. Sorry guys, I'm gonna try to kind of restart my computer here. It died down on me. It just stopped using Wi-Fi. That's cool, whatever. I'll ignore that. Oh gosh, somebody asked, am I getting a 44 with a 27% off sale? That is such a good sale, and I really want to, but honestly, I don't think I am. I'm working with a few other people, a few other companies. We got gloves coming in, and I mean, if I were to, I would actually be getting their classic series, the C2 series, I think they call it, because I've never had one, I've never reviewed one, and I'm trying to just do my best to review as many things as I possibly can. I'm not really worried about just getting more gloves. I'm worried about getting new gloves, new companies, small companies, giving people a chance to get a quality review on YouTube. How many gloves are in my collection? I'll answer for that. I'll answer that in a little bit. What's up, 914 Ball Gloves? How you doing? Top 5 44s. That'll take too long to answer. But man, I'll have to do it. Honestly, this is one of my favorite 44s. This goes down to probably 1 or 2. I'll show you my top 3. Top 3 44s. Right here. I love specifically the way these look, but then I loved the way this felt. I like really did end up gaming this quite a lot, and I fell in love with this thing. This is like by far the best like break-in, best model I've ever made when it comes to 44. Keep them coming, boys. Keep them coming. The Japan Select. I actually don't have the Japan Select. I have the JP11, which there's just slight differences. I've heard the Japan Select is super light, but it's like super Japanese. Like it's a complete different style than like a normal glove. And actually, if you want a good review and a good look at one of them, go check out 914 Ball Gloves. He's on YouTube. Really cool guy. He's got a really good looking one over there. What's up, Luca? How you doing? I do want to get the Clags series. All right, 914 basically asked, would I rather have like a bunch of gloves or have less gloves but more variety? And I think I'd rather have less gloves, more variety. And that's kind of what I'm going for right now. I'm not looking to just pick up every glove I can. I'm trying my best to get gloves that are kind of out there, not as heard of. And yeah, we got a few coming in actually, or at least a couple right now. We got one from actually Toro Gloves that should be coming in the mail like probably tomorrow. And I'm super pumped because his gloves have just been pristine. They've been so good. They've looked amazing. And so he's on Instagram. You can check him out. Toro, Toro Gloves. Can we get a vlog? You know, I'll think about it. Not much of a vlog guy, but maybe I'll get it out there. We'll see. Paisley leather in the darker style. I have Paisley leather on a 44, but I don't have any like the black one. Couldn't really tell you much about it. I'm pretty sure it's going to feel exactly the same though. And it's a little shiny. It comes off shiny. It's a little slick actually when you feel it. Other than that though, it's like the normal leather. Favorite baseball player? Like this might seem dumb to some of you, but I honestly think my favorite baseball player is this guy named Tommy Edman. I don't know why, but I just love watching him play. He plays for the Cardinals. Plays for the Cardinals. I enjoy him. I think he's a ton of fun to watch. Sorry if I don't hit your questions. A ton of them are coming through. Gosh, I don't even have a big following. I don't know how people with like 1 million subscribers can even do this. What web pattern size your Mac is running? Third base from 44. Well, if you like a smaller glove, so for third base, 11.75, I'd probably say go as the smallest. But if you're okay with a big glove, go 12 inches, maybe 12 1/4. I would go ahead, honestly, if you find yourself playing like only third, H-Web is probably just honestly the best thing to use. Use an H-Web. You could go to something kind of, you know, go out there, go hinge cross web even would work. But if you are using a bigger glove, I would say stay away from a cross web. Once you get to like 12 inches, the cross web is just not the best suit. If you're at 11.75, you can get away with a cross web, totally. But if you're gonna go with a bigger glove, I would say probably stick with the H-Web. Other than that, you can kind of use whatever web you want. Snakeskin on leather, honestly, it's pretty comfortable and it's not really going to make a huge difference in quality. If you like the snakeskin look, just get it. About the Wilson A2000. Wilson A2000s. Here's my honest thought. Probably kind of unpopular opinion. Maybe some people would agree. I'm not a huge fan of A2000 leather. I don't hate it or anything. I don't think it's bad. Not at all. It is great leather. They make great gloves, but I think that they don't last. I think that Rawlings in general is going to last like twice as long almost. Now there's people out there who like a loose and floppy glove, and that's okay. But for me, I like a stiffer glove, and Wilson just doesn't do it for me. So that's kind of my thoughts. But they do make really nice gloves. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just not what I like. Don't really know how many gloves I have, guys. Sorry, I don't really count, to be honest. Personal preference between A2000 and A2K, I do like the A2K leather more. I do think it's better. I don't know. It's a little bit thicker, just barely. There's not a huge difference, to be honest. It's all difference in like the feel. It just feels different to the hand. Do I have a Mizuno? I used to have a Global Elite that I pitched with in high school, actually. Nice leather, but wasn't super comfortable on the hand. It had a few different spots where like the laces were jamming into my thumb, and it actually made me bleed a couple of times. Wasn't a huge fan of that, but I don't think that's normal for their gloves. They make really nice gloves. Pro Preferred or Heart of the Hide. Those are both from Rawlings, and I'm definitely, like right now I'm Heart of the Hide, but it's because I've never like truly broken in and like tried gaming a Pro Preferred. I'm gonna have to do that pretty soon. But yeah, as of now, Heart of the Hide. Can you buy new strings? So like laces for a glove? Yeah, you can do that. Honestly, like if you don't know a ton about gloves, I would say you should probably find somebody to relace a glove for you, which if you have like played against sports around you, even some shoe stores will relace it for you. Go ahead and do that. It's probably worth the money. That, yeah, it's probably the best option. Pineapple on pizza, that's disgusting, bro. Sorry, you can't do that. That's gross. Pattern on 44 Pro. My favorite pattern on 44 is probably the 574. Like by far the 574. Here's my 574. And this is like 20 times more comfortable than like any of my other gloves. And I'm already a Rawlings fan, and this is basically a Rawlings model. I surprisingly really did like the dual welting from 44. I liked him more than my other gloves, which I wasn't expecting that. Do I like peanut butter? Heck yeah, I like peanut butter. Peanut butter is like candy, bro. Keep it coming. Let's go. I'm from Chicago, you guys. He's good. He's always good. Jesus is always doing good. Do I have any gloves from, like, do I have any, like, Little League gloves? Dang, that's really sad. Not with me, not right now. I think it's back at my parents'. I had a glove that I used, like, all the way up until, like, 8th grade. And then one day my dad's like, you know, you've never asked for a new glove. Do you want a glove? And I was like, I didn't know that was an option. But yeah, no, it's over at my parents' place. It was a Louisville Slugger, actually. Just a cheap Louisville Slugger. Can we see the baby's glove? The pink one, is that what you're talking about? Not really sure. Honestly, the bobblehead was from, I think, my mother-in-law. I'm not 100% sure. Baby Ruth is doing good. Tonight specifically, she's doing bad. She's being really fussy, but she's doing good though. She's crawling, working on trying to encourage her to walk, but she ain't too good at it. "25 minutes away from St. Louis." That's awesome. That's awesome. The pink one. Okay, so it's like 3 rooms away. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna go get it. I'm sorry. The pink glove is too far away. It's in her room. How big is Ruth now? She's like this big. No, I'm kidding. Ruth is, she's the size of a baby, all right? I don't know. She's baby size. She's like 9 months, but yeah. What flavor ice cream? I honestly don't like ice cream. Sorry, guys. I'm not an ice cream guy. Favorite web and least favorite web? Good question. I can tell you for sure, my least favorite thing by far is when somebody takes an outfield glove and puts a single post on it. I just cannot stand that. It's so ugly. It just does not look right. And then my favorite web, honestly, if I had to just pick one, it's an H-web, because you can literally use it for anything. You could use an H-web on an 11-inch glove. You could use an H-web on a 15, 16-inch glove if you wanted to. Bam. Definitely H-web. Pro 200 model. Yes, absolutely love the Pro 200 model. Yes, the Blaze Jordan Baseball Bat Bros collab was sick. Watching Blaze he's just kind of freaky watching him hit. That dude can demolish the ball. I was never a huge iWeb guy, and honestly, it might seem kind of dumb, but I think it was because everybody used an iWeb, and I kind of just wanted to use something else. It was like the mainstream web for anyone middle infield, and so that's kind of just why I stayed away from it. And I was a pitcher too, so I liked having a web that I could go up and feel confident pitching with. So that's why I used the trapeze. Thoughts on the Rev1X? I'm not going to say much because we've got a video coming out next week, but my emotions have just been like everywhere with the Rev1X. Just up, down, back, forth. I don't even know what to think because, man, I mean, at first I thought I loved it, and then I was like, oh, I hate it. And then I thought, oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny brought the Ruth glove, so I'll show you guys that in a second. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just tough to say. I'll show you guys in the video, but man. You did hear me say that. Might start making my own gloves. I don't know, you guys all think about it. We'll see. Mm-hmm. All right, let me show you this. So somebody asked about this. This is the Ruth glove. It says Ruth Banger on the side, and this is what 44 had sent to us. Kind of like when we had just found out that Jenny was pregnant. We had known, the name for a long time. But yeah, and so it's one of those things where they said, like, my brother actually reached out to them, was like, hey, my brother and his wife, they're gonna have a baby. Hook them up. And so they were like, okay, sure. And they sent us a free glove, you guys, because they're awesome. And I literally am keeping this, like, not broken in all the way up until she can break it in on her own one day, which is incredibly exciting, and just, it's going to be really hard to wait, but who knows? Maybe when she's like 10, 11, 12, it's going to get to a point where I'm going to teach her how to break in a glove, and she's going to do it herself, so that'll be fun. Dylan, I love you too. The DP15, I don't know what you're talking about, 914, but I saw that you mentioned the DP15. That was like insane. When I was in high school, everybody had the DP15 in the tan one, the one from Dick's. Walk into Dick's, tan DP15. Every single person had it, and it was crazy. So anyway, honestly, decent glove. The thing that bothered me, so if you don't know, the DP15 had a super thin palm. Like, it was already a tighter fit glove, but there was reduced padding in the palm. And what would happen is everybody that closed their glove would squish it like this. So instead of having a flat palm like this, everybody would squish it and the palm would come forward. And oh my gosh, it was so ugly on everybody's gloves. I hated that because there was just a bunch of people who didn't care. And so that's kind of my thoughts. Not a fan of that. Not a fan. Yes, most definitely cringe. That's exactly right. 2 DP15s. Good for you. Inlay on 44s. That's a good question, honestly. I don't think I have any gloves that have the inlay, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just totally like style. It's just, if you think it looks good, go for it. Because some gloves look absolutely amazing with like a good inlay. Even if it's just leather on leather, doesn't have to be a different type of leather, just a different color. It looks sick. If you play third, should you flare the pinky? In the end, you guys, it's totally up to you. I think there's value in flaring thumb and pinky. Something that I am starting to wonder if I should do differently is watching Nolan play, Nolan Arenado. He's like super against curling the fingers, okay? So he does flare though. He flares thumb, he flares pinky, but he goes too low style and he pushes all of his fingers back. So he basically opens the whole glove up to make it more like a whole like open circle. And the idea is he wants as much space. So he's basically flaring every single finger in simple terms. So that's something I'm wondering. I got to try breaking a glove in like that just to see what it's like. But the way I feel is I'm afraid if I have that opening that it's going to just shoot out. That's what I'm afraid of. I want a glove that's holding it. And so that's why I curl my fingers. But yeah, honestly, I would say curl the pinky. Flare the pinky, sorry, not curl. Least favorite glove? Oof, that's good. That's a good question. Least favorite glove? My least favorite glove is gonna be this. So it's an SSK, and it's a bad glove, so it's not really fair to judge them on this. Not saying I don't like SSK, but out of everything I own, I hate this thing. It's like a dimple, and I don't know, piece of garbage. I'll show you guys something that hasn't got a lot of attention, but this is like a game-used signed glove by a pro. He played up for the Reds and maybe a couple other teams. He's kind of just, I mean, he was in the MLB, so he's obviously really good, but he wasn't anybody crazy big. Really cool glove though. And so this is something I kind of just keep around, haven't decided what to do with it. Might sell it one day, but right now, just kind of keeping it. Yeah. Let's see. Chris, I'm 14 trying to get into baseball. Okay, somebody just said I'm 14 trying to get into baseball. Really strong arm, but not accurate. So, honestly, practice makes perfect. Just throw a lot. Form is going to help you a lot. If you're just throwing with like only your arm, that's probably where the main problem is. You want a lot of your power to be coming from your legs and just being able to turn your hips, shoulders, and everything in one fluid motion that causes a hard throw. If it's only your arm, it's going to lead to further inaccuracy. If you really are serious and you do have a cannon, first of all, it's really good. That's something that's kind of just natural. Some people can just throw hard naturally. You can see guys who are really skinny and can throw much harder than stronger guys. And often it's good to be skinny for baseball, because if you're too big, if your shoulders are too big, you have a hard time rolling through. And so honestly, just throw, and be super precise. Like, don't just throw at a wall. Find something small to throw at and use it as a target. But that's good. If you really can throw hard, I'm not even kidding, scouts first look for somebody who can throw hard. Like, if you can be in high school and you can hit 90 off the mound, you're going to go play at a decent school. You're going to. They want to see somebody who can just throw hard, because then they can teach you how to throw a curveball. Then they can teach you how to throw accurately. The hardest thing to do is throw hard. So do I like the Diamond Elite Pros? Honestly, I don't have a huge opinion on them yet. Can't really say, guys. Favorite color pattern from 44? I love this glove. I kind of like the way that it's like, it's basic, but then it has like a little bit of flash from it. So, tips for a freshman going into high school? That's a good question too. I mean, one, play hard. One of the best things you can do, I was like afraid in high school to be like overbearing, but definitely like try to be a leader. Like, try to be somebody who is going to help other people. There's a difference between telling somebody like, hey, you suck, and positively encouraging them to get better. If you notice something they could do better, admit your weaknesses. Say, hey, I know I'm not like super good at this, but I noticed you're not doing this right. You know, you should go ahead and try doing this. And so be just like a team player in the end. You guys, the best thing you can do in high school is from your freshman year, create a team that wants to play together. I never had that in high school. My high school team just like hated each other. We had like multiple fights against our own team. And that's just not fun. It's not fun to play with a team that doesn't want to be there. George Brett glove. I never got one of those. Maybe I should try a George Brett glove. We'll see. Favorite brand of glove? It's gonna be like Rawlings or 44. Rawlings, I think when they try, they make the best gloves out there. Some of their stock models, like, not that great. But when they want to, they make like the best gloves out there. Some of their Horween, like Don Morton, softball fans exclusive gloves. These gloves are just amazing. How's the Kelly doing? It's doing good. It actually, I mean, it's getting a lot of use. I'll grab it real quick. This thing really is getting a ton of use. for softball. I mean, it gets used every week. For a little bit, it was twice a week. Yeah, I mean, ended up being a great trade. That's in a video. Go watch it if you haven't. I traded with Owen. Go check it out. You guys, get into the last questions here. I'll try to answer everything. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to wrap it up here in like 3 minutes. Rico or Steelo? Haven't tried either of them. Need to try both of them. Hopefully those guys reach out to me because I do want to get those gloves a chance. I want to review them. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're really trying to step it up in quality when it comes to these glove reviews. I want you guys to honestly just get like a good feel for what a glove is like without even ever holding it. So, how long does it take to get a 44? I get that question a lot, you guys, and I hear some people complain about it. 44 gets you your glove usually faster than like Wilson and Rawlings. Not necessarily always, but they're making a leather glove that has to be put together by like somebody with their hands. So I would say just calm down. It does take a while. I don't know, maybe it's like a month and a half. And sometimes they have busy seasons where it takes a little bit longer. They are doing their best to get you their glove as fast as you can. Every company does that. Nobody's just lazily, wasting time. They all want to get you your glove as fast as you can. I honestly like Super Skin more than I thought I would. I made a whole video on it. Go check it out. I used a Wilson 8K with Super Skin. It's right over there. Yeah, I actually really like the Super Skin. It's too floppy for me, but just the feel of it, it's like a great substitute. And I actually see JL over there kind of doing their own version of Super Skin, and I've got to get that at some point because that looks awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Whoever said that I'm their favorite YouTuber, much appreciated. Man, you guys have so many questions, I can't even read them. Oh my goodness. Let's see, you guys. I'm going to answer a couple more solid, good questions. And then I got to go to bed because I got a bedtime. I got work tomorrow. I'm getting Rawlings Rev1X. The Cardinals make the playoffs. I don't know, guys. We'll just find out. Wilson or Rawlings? Rawlings. I love Jesus. I love Jesus too. Who do I work for? It's honestly hard to explain. It's a small company. Honestly, I like 44's first basements, just so you guys know. Their first basements are pretty nice. I'm a big fan. They kind of are a little bit closer to like a Pro DCT from Rawlings, which are definitely liked in the glove community. And so, yeah, I'm quite a fan, actually. I specifically like the models that don't have the closed back. I'm not a huge fan when the back is closed. I don't know why, I just don't like it. I actually want my wife to do that, so I like that you said that. Somebody said that Jenny, my wife, should design a glove for me and have us get it. I would love that because I want her to like contribute. I want her to make something she thinks is cool. So maybe I'll get her to do it one time. Maybe I'll get her to do it while we have the 27% off sale. I don't know. Favorite Bible verse for a glove is definitely Romans 8:31. I have it on a few gloves. I used to have a thing up behind me, but we got a big window there, so I can't do that. If God is for us, who could be against us? The answer is nobody. Right, my man? All right, you guys. I'm answering one more good question, and then I'm out of here. Let's get a good one in. Let's get a good one in. Come on now, come on now, come on now, come on now. How long have I played? Long time, you guys. I don't know. Since I was a kid. I don't even know how old I am. I'm like either 22 or 23. I always get it wrong. I'm 22. Philippians 4:13 is a good Bible verse. Good Bible verse. All right, you guys, this is getting too slow. I just got to end this. This is like, nobody's even paying attention. Man. All right, you guys. Hey, the Rev1X, where is it? Review coming in 1 week from now. It's good stuff, you guys. And we even got like a package from Plate Crate. That's going to be in the video too. It's a good video. Go check it out when you can next week. That's it though, you guys. Let's go. I mean, I'm going to go sleep. And I'm hot under these lights and I'm starting to sweat. So have a good night. Let's get out of here.